Okay, so this is the start. We are not YouTubers.
Don't pretend to be them.
However, we're going to do a little trip here from central New Jersey to Massachusetts to New Hampshire. And we're going to do a real world test as far as what the experience is like, as far as how superchargers go and everything like that. And I've had the car for about 3 months now. I love it, but I charge at home. So we'll see how this experience goes. We're taking on a long journey, because you always hear people saying like, oh, you can't take them on long trips and this and that. And I'm going to give a real review if it's a pain in the ass. If not, this is our trip here. You can see where we're going. And you can smell, boy. There we go. And
now turn left to stay on Stone Ridge Circle.
This is a 2024 Model 3 Performance. The only upgrade I did was I put the, it's not even an upgrade, it's a downgrade. I put the 18-inch EVO 01 Plus wheels on with the Hankook 235, 45, 18-inch tires, which, by the way, ride a ton smoother, and they should be a lot more efficient. So we're going to see what kind of kilowatts per hour we can get on this and how many miles we can get to a charge. I already had it at 11 miles this morning because I charged it for work. So let's go to the trips. And I already put it in for Lake Winnie, and we're going to reset it. Reset, and here we go, Lake Winnie. So this is the trip. Again, we're not YouTubers. I probably will get some information wrong, but I want to give you as much detail or data as possible so you guys can make your own conclusions about this. All right, we'll check back on the road in a couple hours. We're about an hour in, and as you can see, welcome to New York. Tons of traffic. This is just terrible. But thank God for full self-driving. It makes the drive a lot more tolerable. We're an hour in, maybe a little bit more than an hour in. Well, we're not even in New York yet. Jesus Christ.
We're in Ridgefield, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would say it. Hour in, stop and go traffic. Look at this, changing lanes into fast lane. Used to signal. See, it does it automatically. And I didn't change that. That did it on its own. If I'm not passing anybody, it didn't do it to go around anybody. It just automatically. And as a matter of fact, now here comes even a faster guy on the right-hand side, in the right lane. So I find that interesting that it won't let you hang out in the right lane. I don't know if anybody else... leave a comment and tell me if I'm wrong on this. I don't know. She's laughing because I said...
Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up.
No. We're not YouTubers. But anyway.
That's right.
But seriously, if I'm doing 120 in the fast lane and a guy behind me wants to do 130, I'll move over to the middle lane or the right lane and let him pass.
On the right onto Interstate 84
Whatever.
east toward
All right, we'll check back.
And by the way, if you're ever going to plan a trip, try not to do it on Memorial Day weekend, because now we're in...
It's not. It's Labor Day weekend.
Duh. Anyway, try not to plan it on Labor Day weekend, because we are in Danbury, Connecticut now, and we've been sitting in traffic since Jersey.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane.
It's bad.
But so it's 8:50, and we are 26 miles away from the supercharger, and as you can see, it's starting to precondition the battery for fast charging. Oh Jesus, this whole thing is full. I mean, like, not full. I mean, like, it's like
Open.
With
tons of chargers.
Wow. Okay.
We're close that way towards that end because we forgot that way.
Yeah. Cool.
Go to the end. Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, I see you.
All right.
And let's go over the numbers since we're here now. Boom. Car is parked. All right, so this is where we're at. We got here with 17% left. We've driven since I charged it last night to 100%, 270 miles, and the car says I still got 52 miles to go. Now this is a 2024 Model 3 Performance. We forgot to look up, I think it's 303 miles is what it says it does from the factory. And just by putting 18-inch wheels on, with just this 52 miles plus 270 is 230 miles. But I got a feeling it's different than this. Here, do this math.
Yep.
If you could see, we did, since charge, we did 270 miles divided by 61 kilowatt hours.
Yeah, okay. Times 80.
Okay, we gives you what? So
4.426.
So we did 4.426 miles per kilowatt. And then if you times that by 80, because it's an 80 kilowatt battery, that means
354.
we could have done 354 miles on a full charge. Meanwhile, we've done 270 and we still got, 52 miles left, it says on here. I think that's, if anybody knows a different way to calculate, or if I'm doing it incorrectly, please let me know. Over here. And as you can see, plenty of spots opened. So let's see how easy this is. Pull this out. Pops right open. Let's see if this thing starts charging right away. Wow, that was pretty crazy. That got happened pretty quick. Oh, this thing's making all kinds of noises. Let's see what this.
Can I open the trunk or no?
Yeah, you can open the trunk. As you can see, the car is all packed. Yeah, please. Oh yeah. All right. So, what does it say we're charging at? So holy shit, we are charging at 1,000 miles an hour. 1,012 miles an hour. Wow. How is that possible? How can that be? I mean, this has to slow down, right? Maybe because we were at 16% when we started, or 17%. But right now, we're still charging at 1,012 miles an hour. Now it's slowing down, 900 miles an hour. But we're already at 21%. So anyway, we plugged in at what time? 9:20 or 9:22? And it's already going up. So this will be interesting. This is pretty wild that we literally, I don't even know how many minutes it is, what time it is.
So we started charging it at 9:17. It is 9:43 and it's 73%.
And we didn't even order our food yet. Like, we just ordered. So, I mean, I don't see traveling being a problem. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Back to the car. And yeah, well, there's the car. And we literally just finished eating and the car got to 100%. And I'll show you when we get in the car. Let's just get this turned around. I don't know why the video won't turn around. All right. Car is at, where's the button on this thing? Let's put this away. And that stays in there. Let's see where we're at. We got done eating. It is now 10:24. You have, forget the trip. Let's see what it is. We had 100% battery, and it says it'll do 313 miles, but I have a feeling it'll do more than that if you divide the kilowatt hours by miles, or by the miles by kilowatt, and then try to times it by 80 kilowatts in the pack. But all right, that's the first part. So the weekend of New Hampshire is in the books. It's Sunday night. We didn't really drive too much when we were up here. All the guests and everybody took us around. I don't know if I said it in the last video, but it took us over about 9 hours to get up here because the traffic was just horrendous. It took us like over 2 hours just to get out of Jersey. But, so we're going to be leaving tomorrow morning. All right, so here it is next morning. We're about to leave. Babe, how you feel? How you feel about the weekend?
Good. Let me turn the camera on you.
No, no way. Anyway. All right, so we're leaving now. Well, it's starting to precondition the battery. We finally got a decent place to stop. are here. What's that?
On.
That's all. Yeah, that's all right. So this trip we've averaged about 230 watt hours per mile for the past 2 hours. It's not too bad. I was doing 70 the whole time. I'm gonna get out and charge, and let's see what we do. All right. Hit the little button. Pop that bad boy open, and let's see if it starts charging. We're green. We're charging. We stopped at this nice rest area here. Let's see what kind of speeds we get charging.
You're in? You plugged in?
Yep.
Let's go.
But look at this. And again, we're over 1,000 miles an hour because we're so low. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
You ready? Oh, God. All right, we're back. Breakfast of Champions. Say hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi. All right, so something that I like to do, all we did was get our food, and we didn't even eat. And we're already at 65%. I was able to use the bathroom. I would have made this stop anyway, so it really didn't take any extra time. It's saying I got 220 miles worth of range, and it's going to take me 203 miles to get home. There's no reason for me to continue charging because it's cheaper for me to charge at home at 16 cents per kilowatt, or I'm paying 38 cents per kilowatt here. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug, and then we'll just finish this journey. And I didn't really show you guys the car too much. These are the 18-inch fast wheels. They are definitely not as attractive as the factory 20-inch wheels with the aero caps off, but they definitely are more efficient. They're getting well over 300 miles with them at 70 miles an hour. So I guess we'll see when we get home. We'll calculate everything. So we're both exhausted. It's been about 6 hours. We made it door to door. I'm just gonna have Nicole, who's been a doll this entire trip. She doesn't want to shit. Okay, she
Thanks.
doesn't want
Great.
Yeah, she's been perfect. But this is the last bit of math I got for her to do. Okay, so we're gonna take the 207 miles divided by 44 kilowatt hours
Times 80.
times that by 80, which is the capacity of the pack.
376.
So that's we were doing 70 on this last bit of charge. So since it was charged, I can get 376 miles to a full pack, it seems like, going at this rate. Is that right?
Well, it's low watt.
Do 207 again divided by 44. Oh, shit. Yeah, 376. So it looks like a 376 mile range. Now, I'm going to do it again, but we're going to do it with the total trip.
So 725.
725
divided by 164.
divided by 164.
Times 80. It's about the same.
Times that by 8. It's not the same.
Oh, it's lower.
So it's lower. So this is an average of about 353 miles per charge. Now, the reason why it's lower is the cinch charge. I think it takes energy to charge the car. So it's including 2 charges in this one, where this one is just, hey, since the charge, I used 44 kilowatts. So you can get 370 miles if you start at 100 and go all the way to 0. You can get close to that probably. But it takes a little bit of energy to charge the car. So, but you're plugged into the charger, so it doesn't matter. We are both exhausted. We're gonna come up with a final conclusion later on. I'll wrap this up. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so this is the final findings from the entire trip. The whole thing was we used 164 kilowatt hours total. 59 kilowatt of those were charged at home. 105 were on the superchargers. So I spent $9.44 charging at home, $44.26 charging at a supercharger, for a total of, it cost us $53.70 in energy for 725 miles. The gas equivalent, if you got about 25 miles to gallon for 725 miles at an average of 325 a gallon, you're looking at $94.25 for the trip. So it's about $40.55 in savings. Savings is not why I bought the electric car for that. It's just more convenient for me over the long haul.
If there are any ladies watching, it's a decent pair of shoes.
Decent pair of shoes.
Decent
There you
pair of
go.
shoes.
Okay, so the final so the total trip was 725 miles, 164 kilowatts. We averaged 27 watt hours per mile over the entire trip. That gave us an estimated range with the 18-inch EVO wheels on the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance of 353 mile range ballpark is what we should be getting out of the car. So now, let me ask you, how do you think this would have been any different had it would not been an electric vehicle?
Well, what I really enjoyed was the fact that we were able to plug it in, go right in somewhere, eat, just leave it. We didn't have to wait on a gas line. We didn't have to waste time going to a gas station. We were able to go somewhere that had a lot more choices, because when you look for the supercharger options on the screen,
It gave us a lot of restaurants.
Gave you like the amenities, places to go. So it was nice. We had better choices.
It wasn't just a rest area.
Right.
Yeah.
Most of them were like these mall area things with multiple restaurants, and we were able to leave it, not have to wait online, be in a dirty, sticky gas station. But if you want to know the ride overall, that's something else.
Okay, so go ahead.
The ride overall I thought was great. We've driven long trips in cars before. We've driven from New Jersey to Florida. We've driven New Jersey to Massachusetts. And I am very fidgety in the car, never get comfortable. I could never relax, and I was so comfortable in this car. I never felt like I couldn't get settled. It was relaxing, the ride was smooth. It felt like a luxury car, actually.
And the Model 3 Performance has the sport seats, and even though they're like a sport seat, it's very comfortable, those seats. They're pretty amazing. As far as the new Highland Model 3, as far as with the no stalks and having to swipe for the drive and change the indicators on the steering wheel, that literally takes a day to get used to. That's not even an issue. So if you think that's an issue for you, it won't be. You'll get used to that in a heartbeat. As far as FSD goes, FS full self-driving is amazing, but it's not perfect. So it actually, one time, it actually put us off a wrong exit for one time, actually. We'd still be on that 4-leaf clover.
Yeah, for sure.
But it definitely was more relaxing.
And I can tell you were more relaxed with driving, especially we in the first 2 hours we sat in traffic from here to get to the GW, across the GW and into the city. So I noticed a major difference for you. Even though you were calculating things and trying to figure things out, I noticed a major difference for you in being able to relax. And I think most people would think, oh my God, self-driving in traffic, it's gotta be a pain. It was great.
Yeah, no, that traffic is really key, actually. And people don't realize the small inputs from your feet and your hands just steering. It doesn't seem like much, but over a long 9-hour trip or a 6-hour trip, it adds up and it's exhausting. And that's why you're tired when you get out of these cars. And
your body was probably able to relax.
Yeah, it was definitely made the trip more enjoyable. And as far as FSD, the best way to do it is with sunglasses. There's a lot less.
During the day.
Yeah, well, right, because it's a lot less interactions. Other than that, it kept on asking me to hold the wheel like every few minutes without the sunglasses.
The whole way home was sun, and I didn't even notice how many times it bothered you versus the way up when it got,
Right, the way up, right. So I didn't wear the sunglasses on the way up. Yeah,
and it was nonstop. And then when it was dark, but you also noticed that if you did keep your eyes forward, it intruded much less.
It did, right. But of course I was fidgeting around with everything, and this is our first long trip with it. I don't think it would have been any less. There was nothing, if we would have taken our Lexus ICE car, it would have been the same amount of time. It didn't save us any time or cost us any time by taking an electric vehicle.
I don't think so at all. Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, that's it. So that's our trip, and thanks for watching.